Big update for XRP fans, something major just showed up on the 12-hour chart, and it's the exact confirmation I've been waiting for. This could be the spark that kicks off a serious rally. Things might finally be getting into motion, and today's video is all about piecing everything together to make sense of what's unfolding. Hey there, hope you're all doing great. XRP is currently hovering around $2.33, just moving sideways for now. But here's where things get really interesting. I genuinely believe we're on the verge of that explosive move we've all been anticipating. I'm not saying this lightly. When I analyze the charts, everything points to a potential breakout. XRP looks poised to match Bitcoin's percentage gains pretty soon, and that could mean a huge run-up in price. Back to XRP, something fascinating is stirring within the community. There's a lot of buzz around an upcoming date, May 25th, 2023. That marks exactly 2 years since Mr. Poole posted a cryptic message, "Ready." And when I saw that, it immediately clicked. This could be signaling a big price surge, a jump, a breakout, something major. What really caught my attention was Mr. Poole's profile image, a smiley face turned upside down. That's an odd but compelling detail. Historically, when he shares a smiley face, it often hints at a dip in price. But this time, with the face flipped and paired with the word ready, it feels like the opposite message, a pump instead of a dump. Here's where it gets even more intriguing. Jim Cramer also posted ready just yesterday. That kind of overlap is hard to ignore. When two unrelated sources hint at the same message, especially so close together, it makes you wonder, are they all signaling something? Whales seem to think so. A major XRP holder just entered a massive long position with 15x leverage. The entry price was around $2.35 to $2.36, and although he's currently down a bit, he's still sitting tight. The position itself is worth about $1.25 million, which is no small bet. That level of conviction shows real confidence that a move is coming. So why is this whale going all in? Well, let's zoom out and look at the charts. What we've been predicting for a while is playing out, a pullback to the range lows to grab liquidity from two key zones. And that step, it looks like it's already been completed. All signs are pointing to the next phase, and if history is any guide, it could mean a sharp move upward is just around the corner. Buckle up, things are getting exciting. Looking at the 12-hour chart, I finally got the signal I've been waiting for. It's subtle, but it's there. If we can start to see a few green candles pop up soon, that would confirm the shift in momentum. Right now things are a bit sluggish, but this could be the early sign that things are about to pick up. And once those green candles start forming on the 12-hour time frame, that momentum can bleed into the daily chart and beyond. What's especially exciting is that we're seeing hidden bullish divergences across several time frames, daily, 2-day, 3-day, even up to the 4-day charts. But it all starts with that first move, a slight push upward, or at the very least some consistent green candles. That would be the first real confirmation that we're gearing up for a breakout. Now there might be a small dip coming first, particularly with XRP's pairing against USDC. So a minor pullback isn't off the table. But don't let that throw you off. The bigger picture still looks incredibly strong. The charts are telling us that a major move is coming. So when those green candles do show up, that's your cue. It might not be immediate, but the trend looks like it's setting up for something big. If you're holding Bitcoin right now, again, this isn't financial advice, just an observation. You might want to take a closer look at how undervalued XRP appears in comparison. The XRP SLAY BTC chart is sitting near the bottom of its range. Historically, when it's been at these levels, it's bounced back strongly. The last time it hit the top of this range, it reversed, and now sitting back at these lows, it seems likely it'll swing up again once momentum kicks in. This brings us to a key technical setup. According to CoinDesk analysts, XRP is forming a golden cross on the weekly chart. Specifically, the 50-week simple moving average has just crossed above the 200-week average. That's a huge deal. Last time this setup played out, it was back in 2017, and XRP didn't just rally, it exploded, multiplying hundreds of times in value. So this could be the early stages of something very similar. With all the signs aligning, the momentum shift on the 12-hour chart, the golden cross, and historical support levels, traders are already speculating about a possible run to $8. That's not just hype. The chart patterns are backing it up. It really feels like history is starting to repeat itself, and we haven't seen a setup like this since way back in 2017. That alone is pretty wild to think about. This moment could be the beginning of another major altcoin season, with XRP and Solana right at the front of the pack, especially as ETF rumors begin to swirl. Tom Lee pointed to two key reasons why traders are getting excited about XRP: increasing clarity around regulations and some powerful bullish patterns breaking out on the charts. That's why many are now targeting a potential move in the $3 to $8 range over the coming months. Now turning to the XRP to Bitcoin chart, this one's crucial. The idea here is simple: for XRP to surge, we need to see capital rotate out of Bitcoin and into XRP. That shift in dominance is key. What I'm watching for is a clean appearance of green candles. Just a few would be enough to start the spark. That could be all it takes to set off the major rally we've all been waiting for. A small move could open the floodgates, and honestly everything on the charts looks ready for it, even if there's a brief dip first. Now here's where things get even more interesting. May 24th, 5/24ths on one calendar can also represent 3/3 on another. That may sound abstract, but in the world of symbolism and crypto signals, it holds weight. Some are starting to ask, are we entering a phase of being evergreen, always growing, always rising? It certainly feels like it could be. Then there's the eerie timing of May 26th, 5/26ths, lining up exactly with references from The Big Short, along with a cryptic message that reads like poetry. The dragon's breath meets the phoenix's cry as celestial tides shift under a shrouded moon. That post was made exactly on 5/26ths, and here's where it gets wild. 5/26 marks another 589-day cycle. If you've followed XRP for a while, you know how meaningful the number 589 is in the community. Every time this pattern shows up, something big tends to follow. What's even more curious is the idea of a shrouded moon. It's not an obvious 589, it's hidden. Think about it: 5/26ths, 2 + 6 = 8. It's subtle but intentional. This aligns with another potential 589 on the horizon, which, no coincidence, symbolizes a potential moonshot for XRP. Looking ahead, keep your eyes on May 27th and May 30th. Why? Because of Mr. Poole's name. When you break it down, 11 symbolically ties back to 5/30ths. And on May 30th, we've got another moon phase that lines up with the symbolic bearable gamma 2-3, a phrase tied to his signature hat design. It's the third moon reference, and once again we land right back on 5/30ths. So when you step back and look at all of this: symbols, dates, technicals,